Again, so this is distance in kilometers. This is cost in euros. Some of you have taken the advice, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. You can do however many you want. And then the cost here. Now, here's the power of spreadsheets. Watch the magic. We know that we have to take each of the distances. What do we have to do to it? The distance, the x value. What does the function tell us to do? Times by 1.1 and then plus 3.8. Watch. In here, press equals 1.1 times, the multiplication is the little asterisk above the 8 on my keyboard, asterisk. You can see it there. 1.1 times by that number, 0. If you click on the number 0, it returns C3. Now C3, you can see it's column C, row 3. The number 0, 0 kilometers, is in C3. And then we plus 3.8. Now the beauty of doing that is we've entered a formula. And the formula here tells us to take the number to the left, times it by 1.1 and add 3.8. Watch as I hover my cursor over the bottom right corner. Can you see how it changes? Click and drag down. Boom. Look what's happened. In here, look what it's doing. 1.1 times by the number in C7. Beautiful, right? And now, if you enter some more data, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, if you want, it's automatically calculating the total cost. So that's using a spreadsheet effectively. It does the hard work of calculating for you. Next thing is a graph. Click, drag to the left, drag down, highlight all of the data you want to put into your graph. And then basically we're going to insert a graph. Insert on Excel, it's not graph, it's called a chart. But there are different types of charts, can you see? Now we want a special one. It's one that you do all the time in science. Which one of those do you think? Line graph you do a lot of, yeah? And you are drawing a line, aren't you? But you have two variables to plot. It's a scatter diagram. Can you see XY scatter? If you do XY scatter, beautiful. Now we're not quite finished yet because the graph is good, but it's missing the line joining up. Can you also see it's missing the axes labels, isn't it? If you go back to the plumber problem we did, for sure we labelled the time in hours on the X and the charge in euros on the Y. Your science teachers would not like this graph, right? They would tell you what are the variables, what is being plotted on each axis. Now, if I click off the graph, you see this menu on the top changes. If I click on the graph, look at this top left, add chart element. This is where all the magic happens now for your chart. If you click the down arrow, first of all, I am going to put a chart title on above the chart. There it is. And I'm going to put, what is it, cost of taxi journey, maybe? Something like that. Good. Click. How about a axis titles? Primary horizontal. And what do we put here? Distance, maybe, yeah? So the variable is distance and then slash the units. So you could finish off the y-axis now. And the second thing is this. Click. Trend line. That's probably a word you hear in science quite a bit, right? Can you draw the trend line in? Which type of trend line is it?
Linear.
It's got to be linear, right? Yep. For every 1 kilometre extra, we go up by 1.1 euros. 1 kilometre, 1.1. So the gradient is 1.1. So we click on linear. Beautiful. For me then, on my Mac, I've got a shortcut. If I do Shift Command 4, it opens up some little crosshairs and then I can just copy, open up a Word document, and I can paste, oh, I think it copied onto my desktop. Let's go to my messy desktop and have a look. See if it's there. A screenshot there.
Yeah, there is.
Could be that one. Oh no, that's my calculator one. It's this one here. Okay. And drag it on. Beautiful. See that? So that's how to use a spreadsheet effectively to draw a nice graph. Now you can do it by hand. Absolutely fine. You can see how nice and clean that looks with the trend line. Okay. That's it. How to use Excel or a spreadsheet package efficiently. I will now go to QuickTime. Click. I'll stop the recording.